11.5 to go. Wemby's giving the Spurs a 2-point lead. SGA to the basket, lays it up and in. Tie game at 101. We go overtime. Gilgeous-Alexander gets inside, brings it down. Wemby's going to pull a deep three. Oh, again we go to double overtime. Wemby beat him inside, threw it down. And the San Antonio Spurs on an epic night from their superstar. The Spurs take game one.
So after receiving his second straight MVP award before game one last night, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander didn't exactly play like it. Despite finishing with 24 points, he did miss 16 field goals, the most in a game this postseason. He also finished with a game worst minus 15, as you see there on your screen. It's only one game, we understand that, but how concerned should we be with SGA after we've seen this game one performance against the Spurs? Wilbon, you go first.
Very concerned because I got to win game two. I mean, I'm not concerned about the previous series and what he did or didn't do against the Lakers when it didn't matter. It matters now. It matters now. You're the two-time MVP. He got involved and really got engaged, activated in the fourth quarter last night. Too late in that game. But, I mean, I don't want to overreact to the game one loss. And he is the MVP, and he has been a great player in the postseason. But this has to start in game two. It has to start early. He needs one of those games that is likely a 35 to 40 plus game. We don't know if Jalen Williams, we don't know how effective he is. They were working on both hamstrings at various points during the game. Chet's going to have his hands full with Victor Wembanyama no matter how effective he is or isn't in game two. This is about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. If he's going to be sort of that player we talk about to have multiple championships, and we're talking about who the league benefits from most if they win, this is Shai's time in game two, early and often.
Stephen A.
Let me say this. There's two components here. Strictly on the basketball level, fellas and ladies. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander shot 30% last night. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander shot 1 of 5 in the first half for 4 points. 3 of 10 in the first 3 quarters. 3 of 9 in the fourth quarter. 1 of 4 and just 2 points in both overtimes with 2 turnovers. Why does that matter? Because if it was just a bad game, that would be one thing. But this season, when guarded by Stephon Castle, the brother's shooting 31% from the field. At some point in time, we got to give a young thoroughbred like Stephon Castle some credit. The brother's special. He can ball and got a lot of heart, ain't scared of anybody, okay? Make some turnovers in inopportune times or whatever, but the pluses far outweigh the minuses with this dude. This dude is a real one, and I got a lot of love for his game. That's the basketball part. Here's the part about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Do y'all remember what I said about Chet Holmgren in the first part of this show? Where's your pride? Where's your dignity? You gonna stand by and let dudes half an inch, a foot shorter than you guard Wembanyama when you 7'1"? When you gonna embrace the challenge? Handle your business. You know what I'm saying? You ain't a scrub. You can play. Do it. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is the reigning 2-time league MVP. He hoisted that trophy last night. If you go back to the archive, Shai, you will remember this. In the beginning of the season, Wilbon, Cameron, I went on the air and I said, could you imagine if Shai Gilgeous-Alexander won the league MVP again and San Antonio was facing them in the conference finals? Because we all know that's when you get the trophy. You understand? Usually when you're in the conference finals, they delay it and giving it to you until then. And I said, and he gets the trophy. And Wemby is standing right there, believing that it's something that belongs to him. Could you imagine that? Let's see Shai against Wemby in that scenario. Well, Wemby showed up. And Wemby seemed to be making the kind of statement to the voters, which I am one of them, where he was saying, y'all made the wrong choice. Hell were y'all thinking? That trophy belongs to me. Shea Butter. What you gonna do about that? What you gonna do about that? Because San Antonio is here. and they're coming to take what you are the reigning defending NBA champions. And San Antonio, in 4 or 5 meetings this year, beat you and then shows up to game 1 on your home court without its star starting point guard and De'Aaron Fox and beat you again. That's 5 of 6 meetings. You're OKC. What you gonna do about it? Because they coming. They here. And they're letting you know they're coming to take what you have. You're right, go ahead, fine. Take that league MVP trophy that I don't believe you deserve. This is Wemby talking. I don't believe you deserve it. I deserve it. But go ahead and have that. I'm going to take your title from you, all right? I'm going to send you home, and I'm going to win the chip. And I'm going to come back for that MVP next year. That's the message that Wemby sent last night. So the message that I sent for Chet Holmgren ain't just for him. It's for Shea Butter, who I voted for. He is the league MVP to me. He is that spectacular. He is that special. But Wemby and San Antonio are clearly making a statement, and Oklahoma City has to stand up and figure out a way to do something about it.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been the quietest superstar you could really imagine. But he's also
You're going to have to make some noise now.
a wonderful face for that organization. Steven,
Absolutely.
No doubt he's going to have to make some noise in game 2. I just wonder when you put you draw some distinctions between their personalities, those two guys. And Shea, who's 27, maybe turning 28 soon, he's still young enough where he's going to be in the ring against Wembanyama for a while. And there's this thing that Wembanyama has, this heat that you see that people do not seem offended by, maybe because he's still new to the scene. And I've been saying all season that Oklahoma City as a team is politely ruthless. They have come to get you and to crush you. They've crushed certain teams all year. But Wembanyama seems personally ruthless.
Yes.
There seems to be potentially a petty element to it sometimes. Like he enjoys getting into it. He enjoys that personal battle. You talked about it with Chet Holmgren. Wembanyama's got a ruthlessness that we saw last night, and it's like, wow. Wow. Does Shea have this? Is it necessary? Do you have to have that to sort of ascend and be opposite his number, Wembanyama's number, in these coming years? And it sets up. I mean, does it have to be somebody else? Is it going to be Debansa? Is it going to be Caleb Wilson? Is it going to be somebody from outside the picture frame right now who steps into it? Or are we going to get several installations of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Wembanyama?
Go ahead, Cameron.
Listen, Shai's going to have to step up, but I want to give some love to my man, Sean Sweeney. We gave Mitch Johnson his flowers. Sean Sweeney came from Dallas, got there this year, and have the Spurs the 3rd overall defense. The looks that they were giving Shai, that's why I gave Dagnon credit, too. They had to send Dork and whether it's J-Dub or whoever played Caruso down, all the way down the court to get Shai some space. So the defense that they're showing Shai, it's not that he's not making the right basketball play. They're going to smother him. The scout report is going to say that Caruso is going to have to beat us every single game, and Shai's going to be smothered from game 1 through 4, 1 through 7, whatever it is. He did a great job in the second half and overtime, but he's going to face that this whole series. So I don't know if he's going to get better, but he's going to have to be Superman. So I wanted to give my man Sean Sweeney some love for the looks.
Great point, Cameron. But just real quickly, he's going to have to force the issue. You're right.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's force the issue time. I realize that is not Shai's personality. That is not the way he necessarily approaches the game. But he may have to approach it that way in game 2. If they're going to smother him, he is still going to have to create or help create those opportunities for teammates in game 2, early in game 2, early and often.
We talk about